The room was cold, wide, and filled with glowing screens. Alien generals stood in a circle, watching the latest battle simulation. On the screen, human soldiers fell one by one. "Too easy," one commander said. They had never met a real human. But they trained every day to defeat them. They studied old war footage, human mistakes, and weaknesses. Every move, every trick, Coppet encountered. They believed they had humans figured out. But everything they knew came from data, not experience. Then, just as another simulation loaded, the door hissed open. A real human stepped inside, and everything changed. He walked in like he owned the place. No weapons, no armor, just worn boots and a relaxed grin. The guards raised their rifles, but he only raised his hands. "Just passing through," he said calmly. The aliens hesitated. This human, named Mark, was not on any schedule or guest list. Yet he seemed curious, not afraid. He looked at the giant screens, the charts of human weaknesses. "So this is how you train to beat us?" he asked, almost amused. None of them moved. They thought it was a prank. But Mark pulled up a chair. "Show me," he said. The first simulation ran as usual. Predictable human tactics, easy alien victory. Mark leaned forward, watching every move. Then he chuckled. "You think we always run straight at you?" he asked. Confused, the aliens reloaded the sim. Mark pointed out flaws, blind spots, rigid responses, misread behaviors. With a marker and one whiteboard, he rewrote their strategies in minutes. They rerun the battles using his input. The aliens lost every time. Years of research, undone in an afternoon. No shouting, no fighting, just one human, quietly revealing that their knowledge was built on sand. They had not trained for him. They needed proof. One alien commander, angry and embarrassed. CHLLENGED marked to a live test in the simulation chamber, a full-scale tactical arena built for war games. Mark agreed with a shrug and stepped inside, unarmed. The aliens deployed their best squad, with scanners, drones, and high ground. Within minutes, the plan collapsed. Mark moved like water, silent and sharp, using shadows, distractions, and instincts they never expected. He fought dirty, unpredictable, and smart. By the end, the squad was scattered and confused. When the lights came back on, Mark stood alone. In the center, he smiled. "Still think you're ready?" Silence filled the control room. Screens flickered with replay footage, each frame exposing gaps in their logic. The alien leaders leaned closer, their faces stiff with disbelief. Mark had not just won, he had humiliated their most advanced tactics. One scientist whispered, "We trained to fight a species. We never prepared for the mind behind it." They finally saw it. Humans were not algorithms. They were chaos, emotion, instinct, and adaptation. No simulation could teach that. Mark walked out without bragging. "We do not always win," he said. "But if you think it is ever easy, you are not ready." The council met behind sealed doors that night. Mark's presence had shaken their entire defense doctrine. Plans that once felt solid now looked fragile. Some wanted to erase the incident, pretend it never happened. But the smarter ones knew better. One senior strategist stood and said, "If a single unarmed human can break our war logic, we need more than weapons, we need understanding," they voted. Old leaders stepped down. New ones rose, more cautious, more curious. And in a quiet room not far from the chamber, Mark sipped tea with a young analyst. "Lesson 1, he said, "stop thinking like machines." Years later, alien cadets still spoke of the day a lone human walked into their fortress and changed everything. Mark had vanished soon after, no trace, no goodbye. But his words remained printed in training halls, whispered in war rooms. Do not follow rules, they follow reasons. The military evolved, now blending logic with unpredictability, emotion with strategy. Some even invited humans to teach. No one laughed at the idea anymore. And deep in the archives, the footage of that first test fight still played on loop, reminding every new recruit that data means nothing if you ignore the human behind it.